we can directly specify the folder name slash we can specify the image name, so that is image1.jpg, and that's it. Now let me save this file and let me go to that specific folder. So under images and pictures there is one image1.html, and you can see it is showing the image to me. So it is showing the image on the full screen. So this alt text will appear when your browser is unable to load that specific image. And currently my browser is unable to load image3.jpg, and now you can see both the images are appearing side by side. If you want them to appear in two different lines, definitely you can use the. So if I will increase the screen size, let me maximize it. So now you can see it's showing the largest image, and now when I minimize it, it's showing the smallest image, and if I increase the screen size, it's showing the medium image. So according to the screen size, the image of it is going to change. Hey guys, I am Amit Kumar and welcome to this video in which we are going to talk about images and pictures. Images and pictures are one of the mostly used media files on any web page. IMG tag is used to embed any specific image in a web page. It is an empty element, that means you don't need any closing tag for it. It has two required attributes, Src and Alt, where Src attribute is used to specify the path of the image, where this path can be an absolute path or can be a relative path for it. And Alt attribute or alternate attribute is used to provide an alternate text for an image, and this text will appear on the web page whenever that specific image is not uploaded at any specific moment. The width and height attribute always define the width and height of the image in pixels. It is highly recommended to always specify the width and height of the image whenever you are using the IMG tag or image tag, because in the absence of these attributes, sometimes the image may flicker when the web page is loading that specific image. A point to note over here is image loading may slows down the loading of your page. Hence, do use image in your web page, but use them very carefully. Now there are different image formats that are supported by HTML. For example, these are the supported file formats of HTML, where it supports animated portable network graphics, graphics interchange format, Microsoft icon, joint photographic expert group image, portable network graphics, and scalable vector graphics. So these are the different file formats, different types of image files which an HTML page can support, and the corresponding file extension is also provided over here. Now HTML also have a picture element. Now picture element displays different pictures for different devices or different screen sizes. So with the help of picture element, you can specify the same image in different sizes so that the same image can be uploaded on different screen sizes. Because picture element is created for supporting more than one screen sizes, hence it has different source element. So inside the picture element, you can have different source element, where each source element refers to different images through Src set attribute, Src set attribute. So with the help of Src set attribute, the source element refers to different images. Now each source element has a media attribute that defines when the image is most suitable. So when we are using the picture element in the practical session, you will understand how you can use the source element, and with the source element how you can specify the Src set and the media attribute inside it. Now there is a suggestion over here, always specify IMG element or IMG tag inside the picture element as the last child element, because there are some browsers who do not support picture element. So in those situations, at least your browser will support the IMG tag, and in that situation it will load the image specified by the IMG tag. Now the picture element is useful for us because the user of our web page can belongs to different bandwidth. So the browser will use the first source element with the matching bandwidth. So definitely, no matter in which bandwidth, internet bandwidth our user is working on, definitely the user will get that image. The second thing is the format support. We can provide different file formats for the same image, as a specific browser supports a specific kind of file format, or there can be a browser which do not support a specific file format. So if you will provide same image in different format, it is a guarantee that every browser can upload that specific image which you want to show on your web page. Now the browser will find the matching source element, and as soon as the browser will find the source element which it supports, it ignores the rest of the source element from it. So it's pretty much of talk, and now it's time to see the things practically. Hey guys, so here we are on our VS Code, and now we are going to add some code for the images and pictures. So as you can see, I have already added one image 1.html where I'm going to add few images for me. And as I told you, there is one img tag which is used to provide some images. Now this tag is an empty element, so definitely we need not to close it, but there are few images over here that I am going to show you on your page. So as you can see, there is one image 1.jpg. So what I'm going to use is that image 1.jpg, and to use that image over here on the page, I need to use the Src. So let's use the Src and let's provide the image URL. Now that specific image is under the images folder, so definitely we have to provide the images folder first. Now we can write down the folder name because it is residing at the current place it is. So image 1.html and images folder both are at the same place, so we can directly specify the folder name slash we can specify the image name, so that is image 1.jpg, and that's it. Now let me save this file and let me go to that specific folder. So under images and pictures, there is one image 1.html, and you can see it is showing the image to me. So it is showing the image on the full screen, right? Now definitely there can be situation where you are specifying an image and your web browser is unable to find that image. Now if I go to the folder, there is one image 2.jpg, but there is no image 3.jpg. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the image 3.jpg right now. So let me save this file and let me refresh. So when a specific image is not visible, you are going to get this image not found icon. But at this scenario, there is another attribute that comes very handy. The attribute name is alt or alt, and we can specify anything over there. So I am writing down right now as image not found, and let me just save it. So this alt text will appear when your browser is unable to load that specific image. And currently my browser is unable to load image 3.jpg as there is no such file existing inside images folder. Now let me create another HTML file over here where I am going to show you the width and height attributes. So let me open image2.html. I am going to copy the default structure, so I am copying it from the image1.html. Now definitely this time I am going to access image 1 as well as image 2. So let me just copy this whole tag, and the interesting thing is now I am going to use the height and width. So if I will save it, I will go back and refresh over here. I will get my image2.html, and here I will get both of my images. You can see that. So let me just change the name because I have used image 1 only. So let me just save it. And you can see both the images are here, but the size of image is quite large. Now we can adjust the image size by using the height and width attribute. So I'm using the height as, let's suppose, 300 and the width as, let's suppose, 200. Now whatsoever we specify in height and width are nothing but pixels. So these images will show in 300 cross 200 pixels. So let me save this, and now you can see both the images are appearing side by side. If you want them to appear in two different lines, definitely you can use the BR tag, and they are going to appear in two different lines. So I would always recommend you to use height and width, because height and width attribute actually occupies or reserve that much of space in your web page so that an image can be loaded over there. Otherwise, no place is reserved, and it completely depends on the bandwidth of your internet and on the image size. Now the next attribute or the next element that we are going to see is actually picture element. So let me show you the picture element over here, and I have few images for that. I have large, medium and small. These three images that I am going to show you with picture element. So let me add another file over here as picture.html, and inside this file I am not only just copy pasting the structure of the HTML, in fact I am going to show those three images. So let me just remove these height and width so that I can show you the real size of the image, and let me just remove this as well, and let me just copy paste it. Now the three images that I am going to show is large, medium and small. Let me show them one by one. So the first one will refer to small, the second one will refer to medium, and the third one will refer to large. And let me save this file. Let me go back and refresh this section, and let me open the picture.html. So you can see these are the three images that are shown over here. The first one is the small, the second one is the medium, and the third one is a large image. The difference between these images is their resolution. Now definitely we can set their sizes, and all three of them will show in the same size. But sometimes we want to decide according to the screen size of our device, or according to the browser in which we are opening the image, as all the browsers does not support all the types of images. We have discussed about the different types that are supported by the browsers, but all the browsers doesn't support all the types of images. So in those situations our picture element becomes very handy. Now let me show you the picture element. So I have created the picture element, and inside the picture element there are two different types of elements that we add, or different types of tags that we add. Now both of them are empty elements, so that's why we need not to insert any component or any content inside it. Now these elements are source and img itself. Now as I told you in the theoretical section, img should be the last tag that should be included inside the picture element. Now in the source we can specify the minimum width or minimum height of the image. Now how we do that? We do that with the help of media attribute. Now we do that something like this. Now we specify the media attribute, we specify the minimum width over there, and then we specify the source of that specific picture or that specific image. Now media is used to specify the minimum width that we want. Now if we talk about the smaller image, the width of it is 201 pixels. If we talk about the medium image, the width of it is 640 pixels, and the width of the large image is 3652 pixels. So I can set that over here. So let me set it for the smaller one, which is 201 pixels, and I'm just copy pasting it 3 times. The minimum one, the medium one is of 640 pixels, and the largest one is of 3652 pixels. Now I have set the image over here, and the image tag is actually used to refer to some sort of image which we want to show by default if none of the source images are visible. So I will set the source over here and nothing else. Now all that we need to set is the source of images. Now we can specify the source of images in source element with help of Src set attribute. So here I am using the smaller one, so images slash small.jpg, For the medium one, we will use again the Src set attribute, and this time we will refer to medium.jpg, and for the large one we will refer to large.jpg. I'm just showing you those three over here. This is small.jpg, medium.jpg and large.jpg, and currently you can see only one of them. Now that is because of my screen size. So if I will just increase the screen size, so let me just increase it. So what I have done here is I included three different sources now, and make sure that you start with the highest size, then the medium and the smallest. So here for the largest screen size I have entered 1000 pixels, for medium I have entered 600, and for the lowest I have entered 400. So according to the screen size, this certain image is going to change, and let me show you that. But before that, let me include image1.jpg over here. Now let me just increase the screen size. So if I will increase the screen size, let me maximize it. So now you can see it's showing the largest image, and now when I minimize it, it's showing the smallest image, and if I increase the screen size, it's showing the medium image. So according to the screen size, the image of it is going to change, and in case if none of the source image is met, it is going to show the img tag. So this is really very handy when you are dealing with your screen size or your bandwidth, and picture element can be used to show images according to the screen size. What you can do is you can have same image in different screen sizes, and according to the screen size, that certain image will be loaded, because in case of lower bandwidth or in case of lower screen size, it's making useless of showing image with high resolution. So guys, that marks the end of this video. See you soon in the next video. Till then, thank you and take care.